Hi, hello, all y'all out there in the astrology community, Western and Vedic. This video is going to be about Vedic astrology, and the topic I chose to talk about is Ascendant in Cancer, which is PUSHYA, Nakshatra, and Vedic astrology. So, first of all, welcome to this channel. My name is Ian. This is Tides of Life, Tarot, and Astrology. So, hope you like this video and my channel. And so I want to start off by saying that I study both Western and Vedic astrology in different ways. I actually like Western astrology for everyday usage and Vedic astrology for more looking deeper into my astrology chart in, a different way, kind of. But they're kind of similar, and other people practice it in different ways. I just want to start off by saying that. And okay, so let's talk about this ascendant sign, ascendant in Pushya, or in what it's called Cancer zodiac sign. So Cancer is a water sign, and um, Pushya Nakshatra is all about intuition, emotion, um, really feeling things deeply, emotional intelligence. It's a motherly sign as well. And so I can talk about this because I am an ascendant in Pushya Nakshatra. So I can kind of tell you a lot about what it's like to have this sign. So let me start off by saying, talking about childhood and what childhood could be like. Um, so as a kid, I was very sensitive, very emotional. Um, I felt a connection to, my belongings and animals. So, if anything was like taken away or if my animal was like sick or something, I'd be very, emotional about that. So you kind of have a connection to like your belongings and the home environment and the mother even. So, um, yeah, it's a very sensitive sign. At school, that meant that, I didn't have many friends, but also I think it's a very mature sign. Like I said, emotionally intelligent. So, kind of for myself personally, like the other topics that people were talking about in school as a kid, they didn't really interest me, I kind of wanted more depth. So that's what that can look like. And sensitive, people can always be like, oh, you're so sensitive. And what I say to that is, well, you can go somewhere else, you don't have to deal with me. I have learned that sensitivity is not a bad thing. And if you're ascendant in Pushya, that's what you are here to do. You're here to be sensitive. You're here to look at the deeper meaning of things, in motion and intuition. So there's nothing bad about being sensitive. It's actually a very beautiful aspect, quality to have. So, and sensitive to your environment, this sign will really pick up on what's around them. Also as a kid, my mom would take me to all these shopping malls and all these places that I didn't want to be at because I could feel all the emotion, all the commotion going around me of all the people, and it would drain me so fast. So I think also I didn't know why, like I didn't know obviously about Ascendant and Pushya as a kid. So I didn't know why I was like this. I just thought I was like shy or, I don't know. And um, so you, as a kid, can be very confused because you're just so different from other people, truly. And even today, I still am different from others because, like I said, I need more depth in relationships. So I still am very sensitive to my environment, but now I know to avoid places that I don't want to be at, I don't want to be dealing with all this commotion. So yeah, very sensitive to your environment. Um, and also you will pick up on others' feelings. You'll be able to read people very well, very, very well. That's part of this sign. Like I said, because of that, it's good and bad. Of course, it can be draining when you maybe look at an old person that you can feel how sick they are, and it's very sad. You just like, wow, you look at them and you can tell, at least from my experience. Like, I worked at a senior facility, and I would get like panic attacks and just be so emotionally distraught. Now I know why, because I was picking up on all that emotion and all those, sicknesses, and it was a lot. So, yeah, um, very psychic sign. And, but the good part about that is you can be very motherly. So, because you feel people's emotions and animals, you connect with animals, it can be very good, and you can be a healer through this ascendant, and through this, having this in your birth chart, because of your ability to empathize with people and audiences and communities. It's not the sign to be out there and on the cover of a magazine, but it's a sign that will be in your community, doing work. They are the healers, they are the um, environmental conservationists and things like that. So, yeah. Also, I want to talk about the intuition. So, um, cancers can really know, like, it's one of the most intuitive signs. They can really pick up on things. They can be clairaudient, claircognizant, clair sentient, I believe is what they call it. Um, so very intuitive, very psychic, and that's good and bad as well. I think it's good because it kind of helps you know who to avoid, or situations that maybe you shouldn't be dealing with. But on that topic, if you ignore your intuition, um, you will kind of be not punished, but you will deal with like consequences of not dealing with of not listening to your intuition. So you learn to listen to yourself with this. It's important too. And what else can I talk about this sign? Yeah, it's a very deep sign. It's also very intelligent. So, because they can pick up on things and read people well, because they are so emotionally intelligent, this all makes them as a whole intelligent, because they just pick up on things, they intuit very well. So it's very helpful, it's not going to make you good at like math or things like that, but it'll very well make you, be able to grasp concepts well. So that'll help you in your life. And it's not an easy sign to have. It's not an easy experience having this as your ascendant, because, your whole life you will just be so sensitive. And like me, myself, I'm so sensitive, and I have to meditate a lot. I have to cleanse my energy field a lot by, saging, or, sprays that have like frankincense, all these different spiritual things. And I have to have a clean environment. That's another thing. The home environment is also very important to the sign. This sign, they like to be home. They like cooking and baking at home. So the home environment is very important to them as well. Um, in relationships, I think that this sign um, gets hurt, I think, because they feel so deeply and other people feel very surface level, or they're not ready to meet them at that level. So if you have this sign, you have to very much go into like relationships and dates and stuff like that, knowing that a lot of people will not be able to meet you at your level truly because you just feel so deeply, you're so emotionally intelligent that other people can't meet you at that level. They just want to have, you know, the coffee date and just keep it at that. But you want to go deeper. You want to know about all these things about them, and you just want to have a deeper connection. And a lot of people can't meet you there. So, yeah, I can go on and on about this sign because, like I said, I am a Cancer ascendant, PUSHYA ascendant, and yeah, it's a very nice placement to have, compared to, I don't know, a sign like Virgo that's very analytical, or Capricorn that is very, all about order and structure, and it's a very different sign. It's, intuition and feeling, and so it's a unique sign, and people do say that this sign is very psychic, and it's true. So it's good to lean into all of this stuff that I'm saying. It's not something to be ashamed of. It's who you are. It's who you were meant to be. So yeah, I definitely want to talk about this more, but I have to kind of plan out what I want to talk about in each video. So I think I'm going to have like a series on this. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, like it, subscribe. Um, I like I said, I do not only practice Vedic astrology. I like to use Vedic astrology to look at things deeper, but I do practice both Western and Vedic. Western more so for myself, but yeah, comment if this resonated with you. If you know someone that's this ascendant, or if you have this ascendant, comment if it resonated. I really want to know. So yeah, that's my Ascendant in Pushya video. Hope you liked it. Thank you for watching.